Good morning, class. Good morning. Today we're going to talk about the self-concept and stereotyping, and I will jump right into the presentation. To begin, the self-concept is defined as our self-beliefs and self-evaluations. This is when we compare situations with ourself, our perceived self, and our ideal self. There are three levels to the self-concept. Those are individual, relational, and collective. There are also three characteristics to this self-concept. Those are complexity, consistency, and clarity. Complexity entails the number of distinct and important identities people perceive about themselves and the multiple self-concepts. Complexity is higher when there are multiple selves that are different. Consistency is about multiple selves which require similar personality attributes. So consistency would be low complexity, and these self-views are compatible with actual attributes. Clarity is when the self-concept is confidently defined and stable, and it usually increases with age, self-reflection, and has high consistency. Next up, we look at stereotyping, which is juxtaposed to the self-concept in terms of clarity and complexity. So this is when you assign traits to people based on their membership in social categories. There's sometimes some truth in this, but it's usually embellished and can be distorted and problematic, which we'll talk about later. So why do people stereotype? It's based on how your brain works. We have categorical thinking. We like to put people in boxes. It makes things simplified. It fulfills the drive to comprehend and predict others' behavior. And it supports your own self-enhancement and social identity. So categorization, homogenization, and differentiation in stereotyping. Social identity and self-enhancement reinforce stereotyping. The categorization process categorizes people into similar groups. These would be people like your friends or things based on race or gender. Homogenization process assigns similar traits within the group. So things that are problematic, like saying women aren't engineers. Then differentiation assigns more favorable attributes to our groups, less favorable to the other groups. This is called in-group and out-group bias. The main problems with stereotyping are overgeneralizing, stereotype threat, and the foundation of systematic intentional discrimination. So placing people into certain categories can cause problems for their future. Overcoming stereotype biases is difficult to prevent stereotype activation and possible to minimize stereotype application. So, do you think you stereotype? We're going to move into an activity now. I'd like you to get out the picture of yourself and the fact. We're going to put these up on the wall and see if you can match up the fact with the person. Thanks.